I am what I am. I am my own special creation. Oh my God, it's hilarious. You know, the more I do this, the more comfortable I feel with my slightly quirky, slightly out there little ways. I do hope you know. I do put this beauty spot on. I hope I will have enough diamantes to keep doing it. I hope we won't run out of diamantes, but it's just one of the things that I do. And so today I want to talk about the queer community. Now, I don't know what queer means. I almost swore there. Because it's all too weird. I know a lot of people think queer is a weird word, and it is a bit weird, and it certainly was brought into being because of the thought that queer was always used to deride LGBT whatever people, and we were trying to own it back, and then it became very academic, and so all sorts of people were queer, and there was queer theory, and oh my God. But I don't want to talk about all that head stuff. I want to talk about people on the ground. Because one of the things that we know is, as we know, LGBT, oh, so fabulous, look at myself, fabulous. But, you know, behind all the makeup and the wigs and everything, sometimes there's a little bit of a separated from the norm, a little bit sitting on the edges of society, because we're not so often not part of the family system. I know there are some, but often not part of the family system, and often busy just trying to prove that we do fit in, but we don't fit in, because whatever the mainstream is, we don't always fit into that sort of, and even if we do, it's often with a great deal of effort. And I just want to say in these times, all of us are feeling the pinch, all of us are feeling that isolation, but the LGBT are going to feel a little bit more, and possibly more, you know, certainly gay people and lesbians, quite often they have found a way into the mainstream, and that's fabulous, and we're not necessarily suggesting that there should be any problem. But some, especially if they're single, are going to be a little bit more disenfranchised. And then, I don't know, bisexuals are, I don't know where things fit with that. But then with trans, when people who are feeling that they are, you know, that their true essence is different to how their biology has presented them. For people in those processes, which is not me, I must clarify that, that it can be a more challenging road. There's more prejudice, and there are more challenges to deal with everyday life. While we're talking about that, I do want to say, because I know, see, drag, I want to say, you know, this tradition of dress up, for want of a thing, comes from the radical fairies, and if I dare call it, it's called cock and a frock drag. And what that means is that we're not trying to be a woman. I don't want to be a woman. It's just that I am interested in breaking out of the stereotypes of what men and women are meant to do and be. And you know, there is a critique against people like me doing drag and sending up women and whatever. And I just have to go that it sits with the potpourri. And on top of that, with trans people who are doing a similar thing of being a man dressing in woman's clothes, but in a much more serious and integrated sense of their essence and identity. And that this is extremely true of me, but it is not true of my gender identity. And I don't know, it's a very big conversation and not something I was planning to talk about, but I guess that's what's coming out. But the most important take-home message is that if you do know LGBT people, and if you're aware of them, bring them into your world. Make a phone call. Check in with them. You might find that they're happy to hear from you. They're not happy to hear from you. You can always say, well, just checking in, cheerio, goodbye. Or they might well appreciate you being in touch. So that's the word I want to leave you with. Have a lovely season until we meet again. Thanks for checking by. And as you know, I love yous all. Bye.